book, Failure and I Buried the Body, won the National Poetry Series and the Texas Institute of Letters First Book of Poetry Award. Her poems have appeared in Kenyon Review, West Branch, Southern Review, Copper, Nickel, and elsewhere. She's currently working on a manuscript of poems about climate change. I'm also lucky enough to have the office kind of across the hall from Sasha, and since she's come to St. Ed's, I feel like I've become a better teacher, just kind of eavesdropping on all the wisdom that she provides for students over there. So, without further ado.
The worst thing about fiction readings is you just want more. So I'm so excited to share this progress. I'm going to read 3 poems from the manuscript that Mary Helen mentioned. Doubt. In the church, I listened to a faith haunted by trees. From a tree had come our exile. In my mind, death was a forest burned to ground. Carbon dug from earth started the blaze. I believed I could swallow difficult knowledge like the Eucharist. Endure. I asked to know everything you could tell me. I swallowed the bitter pomegranate seeds. Not Eve. I was Persephone, whose eating keeps her underground. Half the year, my mind rewilds itself deep in the coal mines, deep in the Arctic blaze. The tree looks to be living, but is mostly dead wood. Just a few millimeters under bark and leaves make what we see as life. Rest in the crucible of anxiety. It will destroy you. It will transform you. What I know has died inside me to make bone. This next poem draws on research from 2 places. One is the Anna Pavard, or Pavard, I don't really know how to say her name, book about tulips. I kind of feel like being a reader, you know way more words than you can pronounce, which is very awkward. Anyway, she's writing about the Dutch tulip frenzy, and then the other section of the poem is coming from a manual on fracking. Fugitive emissions. Virus caused the tulip to break its colors and petals into a veined and feathered delight, flares that fetched at market the cost of a house for a single bowl, all of Holland a frenzy of bloom, gazebos framed with mirrors to make gardens more profligate with color, the man seemed wealthier than he was. The crash came, the tulips still broke ground. Lead, mercury, and water break open veins of bedrock, pour gas into the pipes. A herd of wild flares burn methane above the Eagle Ford shale. The gas can light a house. That gas can flood a house with light, or melt bitumen in tar sands for oil that can light a house. On paper, the profit margins shimmer and glow. The feathered fires can be seen from space. And the last piece, there's 3 kinds of lava, and the lava in this poem is lava, which is A''A, and it's the kind that's really porous. If you sort of think about pumice stone, that's what lava is. Work, and it's set in a near future dystopia. I was by hand to grind the lava to dust to salt the roads in winter. We used everything we could from what was there, what had been given already to the earth. Still, the parade of objects. Daughter, you will inherit this dirt. Last night, my husband dreamed the water against our walls, the walls also of the man who had married us. We escaped into a basement where dirt was held back by obsidian. This is my dream now. We are lighting a match to echo across the arcs of black stone in the dark. My job was to grind stone to dust, to make of what the fire gave us something to be used in a human scale. The salt will hold back the danger of the ice, but cannot stay the movement of the rising water. The ocean consumes the salt we grind, the dust pours its body over the lava and the ducks to quiet the heat. I have measured myself and my daughter. We are some part iron, some part water, some part salt. One summer, they sprayed granules of DDT across the city, swept from sidewalks and porches like snow. Track the cameras dissolve across the field of rust and deer and cold white. My daughter and I are some part poison. Each year, the storms come in a little farther, fell elm, break oak, uproot the cypress and cedar trees. My husband roughs out beads from the lava that I wear around my neck, record of fire. The fox moves through the field, both mouse and grass in its mouth. Lately, my daughter asks to eat sitting on my lap. There will come a time I am never pinned by her body to an object, when she looks past me to dark at the edges of our city. When that time comes, I will grind the lava in my heart to salt. I will scatter ah-ah over the roads for safe passage when she leaves. Thank you. Next up.